Inside the royal plan, how Sofía is being prepared for a different destiny. What if everything you thought you knew about royal destiny was only half the story? What if the girl the world sees as the spare is actually being shaped into something far more powerful, far more influential, and far more strategic than a queen? Behind the palace walls of Spain, far from flashing cameras and royal ceremonies, a silent plan is unfolding, a plan that could redefine monarchy itself. And at the very center of this plan stands Infanta Sofía, the younger daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia. While Princess Leonor is being molded to wear the crown, Sofía is being prepared for a different destiny, one that could make her one of the most powerful royals of her generation without ever sitting on the throne. But what exactly is this secret royal strategy? Why is Sofía being trained differently? And how could her role end up being just as influential, or even more impactful, than that of a reigning queen? Stay with us until the very end, because what you're about to discover will completely change how you see Spain's royal future. Right finger before we begin, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to support the channel and stay updated on more royal revelations. 1. Two princesses, two very different paths. From the moment Princess Leonor was born in 2005, her destiny was clear. As the firstborn daughter of King Felipe VI, she stood next in line to the Spanish throne. But when Infanta Sofía arrived in 2007, her role instantly became something else. In royal tradition, the second child often carries the label of the spare. Yet history has shown that spares frequently shape the monarchy just as profoundly, sometimes even more so. Sofía was never expected to rule. But that did not mean she was destined to fade into ceremonial obscurity. Instead, palace planners began crafting a completely separate blueprint for her future, one designed to maximize influence, stability, diplomacy, and modern leadership. From childhood, the contrast in their upbringing became visible. Leonor's education focused heavily on constitutional law, statecraft, and military leadership. Sofía's training emphasized languages, diplomacy, emotional intelligence, cultural engagement, and global representation. Two sisters, two paths, one crown, one hidden mission, and the royal household knew exactly what it was doing. 2. Why Spain needs more than just a queen. Modern monarchy is no longer about absolute authority. It's about influence, image, unity, and relevance. In a world where royal families constantly fight for public trust, survival depends on adaptability. Spain understands this deeply. With its turbulent political past, periods of dictatorship, and modern democratic transition, the Spanish monarchy knows that its survival depends on public connection. This is where Sofía's destiny becomes crucial. Rather than shaping her as a backup ruler, the palace appears to be designing her as a diplomatic bridge, a youth ambassador, a cultural representative, a symbol of modern monarchy. Sofía's role is not to compete with Leonor, but to strengthen her reign by standing beside her as an indispensable force. Think of her not as a spare, but as a strategic asset. 3. The psychological training, building emotional intelligence. Unlike Leonor, who undergoes intense constitutional and military training, Sofía's development centers on emotional intelligence. From a young age, she has been guided in conflict resolution, public speaking, emotional resilience, social adaptability, cross-cultural sensitivity. Why? Because modern royal power is no longer exercised through commands, but through connection. Sofía is being prepared to read people, understand emotional climates, and communicate empathy in ways that deeply resonate with the public. These skills make her perfectly suited for charity leadership, global diplomacy, youth engagement, international cultural representation. In many ways, Sofía is being trained not as a ruler, but as the monarchy's emotional voice. 4. Education abroad, the global strategy. One of the clearest signs of Sofía's different destiny came when she was sent to study abroad in Wales at the prestigious UWC Atlantic College. This decision was not accidental. UWC is known for producing global leaders, diplomats, humanitarians, and innovators. Its focus is on international cooperation, peace building, global citizenship, social responsibility. By placing Sofía there, the royal household signaled a clear intention. She is being prepared for a global role, not just a Spanish one. Her classmates come from over 150 countries. This environment teaches cultural respect, international networking, global problem solving. Sofía isn't just being trained to represent Spain, she is being shaped into an international royal diplomat. 5. Language mastery, the weapon of influence. Sofía is rapidly becoming a multilingual powerhouse. She speaks Spanish, English, French, and is actively studying additional languages. This gives her a massive advantage in global diplomacy. Language is more than communication. It builds trust, emotional closeness, and cultural respect. When Sofía stands before international audiences, she will not rely solely on interpreters, she will speak directly to hearts. This positions her as a natural bridge between nations. 6. The media strategy, why Sofía feels more relatable. Observers have noticed something fascinating. Sofía often appears more relaxed, playful, and approachable than her elder sister. This is no coincidence. Leonor must maintain regal restraint. Sofía, however, is being carefully allowed to project warmth, authenticity, and youthful relatability. Why? Because monarchy today thrives on connection. Sofía represents modern youth, authentic emotion, natural charisma, spontaneous warmth. This makes her an ideal public-facing royal. While Leonor embodies authority, Sofía embodies approachability. Together, they form a powerful balance. 7. The historical blueprint. Lessons from royal siblings. History is filled with royal siblings who never ruled yet shaped their nations profoundly. Princess Anne of Britain, one of the hardest-working royals, despite never being queen. Prince Harry, whose global influence transcended royal status. Princess Margaret, whose cultural impact reshaped royal public engagement. Spain appears to be learning from these examples. Rather than sidelining Sofía, they are positioning her as a royal powerhouse without a crown. 8. Charity and humanitarian leadership. One of Sofía's central missions will likely be humanitarian leadership. Sources close to the royal household suggest her future will heavily involve child welfare advocacy, mental health awareness, education programs, environmental activism, social justice initiatives. Why Sofía? Because her emotional intelligence, global education, and natural empathy make her ideally suited to champion human causes. She is being trained to become Spain's royal humanitarian ambassador. 9. The strategic shield, protecting the crown. Another hidden aspect of Sofía's destiny lies in protecting Leonor's reign. Royal life is relentless. Pressure, criticism, public scrutiny, and political expectations can overwhelm even the strongest leaders. Sofía is being prepared to act as emotional anchor, trusted advisor, public support system. Their bond ensures that Leonor will never face the crown alone. This sisterly alliance may become one of the most powerful stabilizing forces in modern monarchy. 10. Soft power, the new royal currency. In today's world, soft power matters more than authority. Soft power means influence, persuasion, cultural leadership, emotional connection. Sofía's training clearly centers on this. Through charm, intelligence, diplomacy, and empathy, she will wield influence that can shape international relationships. This may allow her to accomplish what kings and queens often cannot: change hearts. 11. Why Sofía's role might outshine the crown. Here's the shocking truth. In modern monarchy, influence often surpasses authority. Leonor will rule, but Sofía will connect. Leonor will sign laws, but Sofía will build emotional alliances. Leonor will command respect, but Sofía will inspire devotion. And in today's world, inspiration is power. 12. The long-term vision, a two-sister strategy. The Spanish monarchy is no longer built around a single sovereign. It is being redesigned as a dynamic leadership duo. Leonor, the constitutional monarch. Sofía, the global ambassador. Together, they represent stability and innovation, authority and empathy, tradition and progress. This dual strategy ensures monarchy's survival in the 21st century. 13. The emotional strength of being the second. Many assume being second means being lesser. But in Sofía's case, it means freedom. Without the burden of the crown, she can speak more freely, engage more emotionally, advocate more boldly, travel more widely, build deeper connections. This gives her unprecedented power to influence global causes. 14. The silent rise of a royal icon. One day, people may look back and realize. Sofía was never meant to rule. She was meant to transform. Her destiny is not about sovereignty. It is about legacy. 15. Final reflection. The royal plan unveiled. Behind palace walls, a visionary strategy is unfolding. Leonor is being prepared to reign. Sofía is being prepared to lead hearts. Two sisters, two destinies, one powerful future. And perhaps the greatest royal influence of her generation will belong not to the queen, but to the princess who walks beside her. Conclusion. A royal destiny redefined. Infanta Sofía's destiny is not lesser. It is different. It is global. It is emotional. It is transformational. She may never wear the crown, but she will wear something far more powerful, the trust of the people. And that may change everything. Right finger if you enjoyed this deep royal insight. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to help the channel grow and bring you more fascinating royal stories. What do you think about Sofía's destiny? Would you prefer influence over power? Tell us in the comments below.